Hi, I'm Tom Hackett, and today we're going to talk about cloud-based electronics design and how one size does not fit all. And to help me make a point here, I talked to my friend Sean O'Kane, who does a lot of Cadence videos. I'm sure you've probably seen him in the past, and if you have, you know that Sean is a big talent, and he's also a big guy. He's like a foot taller than I am. But anyway, he loaned me his tie, and as you can see, that fits pretty well. So I guess one size fits all when it comes to ties. He also loaned me the jacket, and in the case of jackets, one size fits all, not so much. And that's the point I'm trying to make here. One size does not fit all when it comes to taking your electronic design projects to the cloud. So to help us understand this, I've drawn kind of a three-dimensional matrix showing staff, resources, and expertise. These are the assets that your company would have in doing your electronic design projects. Now, for staff, I mean IT support and CAD support, the folks that help you with the hardware and the tools to help you get your job done. In terms of resources, we mean the hardware resources, the servers and the storage, and the tools, the software tools, and they better be, I guess, cloud-ready tools if you're going to go to the cloud. And here in expertise, what we're focused on at this point is cloud operations expertise. How do you get the most of using the cloud? You know, have you even ever tried that before? It's a special domain. So these are the assets that you might have in your company. And everybody has some mix of these. So let's imagine a company down in this part of the graph. A company with limited staff, limited physical resources, limited tools, and maybe no cloud operations expertise whatsoever. What kind of company might that be? Well, it's probably a startup company. And it's probably every startup company, because every startup company comes into the equation with a great idea or a technology breakthrough, but they don't have all this other stuff needed to actually develop something. So this kind of company, in terms of going to the cloud, they need everything. They need special expertise, they need staff, they need resources, they need everything to get that job done. If we travel up to this end of the spectrum, a company that has lots of IT and CAD support, a company that has lots of computer capacity, a company that has lots of cloud-ready tools, what does that sound like? Well, it sounds like pretty much every one of the top 10 semiconductors, because they have to have that stuff to be in business. And, but this type of company, even though they have physical resources, they have people, they only ever level up to the level needed to do like service the average demand, or maybe a little above the average demand, but certainly never the peak demand. Because if they bought enough computers to serve peak demand, then some of those computers would sit idle most of the time. Same way with the staff, right? So what these folks need is a way to send peak demand jobs to the cloud to advance their project schedules. Now, there's two other areas. One might be a company that has lots of specialized staff, but they don't have the resources for electronics design. So I think a good example here are systems companies. Companies whose main job is to build a physical system, like, say, a car, automotive companies. They've been in business for decades. They have lots of staff. They understand mechanical engineering super well. They understand, you know, all the product engineering aspects, but they're probably not real advanced in electronics design because they've always outsourced that. But now with ADAS systems, with advanced infotainment, they have to bring that internal. So the need that these folks have is to rapidly ramp up an infrastructure for electronic design, and in the cloud, to do that in the cloud. Opposite from them, what kind of group would have access to resources but maybe not people? I think this would be any new team in an existing company. So maybe your company's branching out into a different market area and you're assembling a team to go after that. Well, you have access to everything that your company has, but you probably don't have enough people yet because you're hiring, and the support staffs don't have people to support you, right? So that's this end of the spectrum. So these folks have their own unique needs. There's one more group that I'll put up here in sort of the advanced area. And these would be the cloud pioneers. So folks that do have a lot of cloud expertise. So I imagine this is here in our 3D part of the graph. That's why I dotted lined it. So these are the cloud pioneers. So folks that know how to do electronic design and they're cloud experts because they invented it. So folks like Amazon, folks like Microsoft, right? But let's face it, there's not a whole lot of cloud expertise for electronics design yet in the industry. Now, although these 5 different types of groups and companies are all different, they all share a similar problem at certain times. And that is when they need to have a project complete tape out. So at tape out, or really at any critical junction in the project, everybody has a need for more resources, more compute resources, more tools, and that stuff better work right. So everybody has a common need here to service peak demand for project tape outs. So anyway, because one size doesn't fit all, Cadence actually has a portfolio of cloud solutions to cover this entire space. And we're going to cover that in a future video. But for now, I'm Tom Hackett, and thanks for watching.